organs were discarded before toxicology was run. The coroner refused to sign the report. A confession emerged and was likely planted. 2 men dead on a hill in Brazil. And somebody made very sure we would never know why. August 20th, 1966. A teenage boy was flying a kite on Vintém Hill in Niterói, Brazil, when he found something in the dense vegetation. He called the police. It took them a full day to reach the location. What they found has never been explained. Not once, not in nearly 60 years. 2 men, lying side by side in the grass. Formal suits, matching raincoats, hands behind their heads, calm expressions, and covering their eyes, handmade lead masks. Crude sheets of cut metal, shaped to block the eyes, and nothing else. There is one detail in this case that nobody covers. 4 years before these men were found, another man was discovered dead on a nearby hill. He too was wearing a lead mask. Nobody connected the cases. The file was closed. We'll get to that. Their names were Manuel Pereira da Cruz and Miguel José Viana, both electronics technicians, both from the same small town in the state of Rio de Janeiro. On the morning of August 17th, they told their families they were traveling to São Paulo to buy equipment. That was a lie. They boarded a bus to Niterói instead, bought matching raincoats, bought a bottle of water, and kept the receipt because they expected to return the empty bottle for the refund. They believed they were coming back. The bartender who sold them the water remembered Miguel. She told police he seemed nervous. He kept checking his watch. They were last seen heading into the hills at 3:15 in the afternoon. 3 days later, they were found dead. No signs of struggle, no external injuries, no wounds of any kind. The men appeared to have simply laid down and waited. Their watches had been removed and stored carefully in a plastic bag. Their wallets contained cash. Nothing was stolen. Nobody had touched them. Beside the bodies, investigators found 2 towels, an empty water bottle, and a notebook. Inside that notebook was a note. This is the exact text. Read it slowly, because every line is something they were not supposed to leave behind. 16:30, be at the agreed location. 19:30, ingest capsule after effect. Protect metals, await signal, mask. 5 instructions, written in clumsy Portuguese, in a notebook that was cut from the same pad later found in Miguel's repair shop back home. They had prepared the note before they left. They knew exactly what they were going to do, and they followed the instructions to the letter. Now, the masks. Lead masks have exactly one function, not magic, not ritual, radiation protection. So the question isn't why they were wearing them, it's what they were expecting to be exposed to. The autopsies should have answered everything. They answered nothing. The coroner's office was overwhelmed. By the time advanced testing was considered, the internal organs of both men had decomposed on a shelf. They were discarded, without proper tests being performed. The coroner responsible for the autopsy refused to sign the report. Another doctor was brought in to sign it instead. The cause of death was listed as unknown. Then came the confession. A man named Hamilton Bazzani told police he had helped rob and eliminate the 2 men, after meeting them at a Spiritualism Center and luring them to Niterói. He claimed an accomplice told him, "We have killed them both. We forced them at revolver point to take the poison." Police could find nothing to support the story. Brazilian researchers believe the confession was planted to demystify a case that had too much paranormal involvement for the government's taste. Because here is what the government did not want discussed. Multiple witnesses reported seeing a bright orange oval object hovering over Vintem Hill on the evening the men were believed to have died. Others reported a loud explosion. The topic of UFOs was being actively discouraged by the Brazilian government at the time. Witnesses were afraid to come forward. The sightings were only reported after the story broke in the press. And then there is what one of the men told a coworker shortly before they left. The coworker had seen him building the lead masks and asked what he was doing. He said, "I'm saving the world from imminent destruction." Manuel and Miguel were not irrational men. They repaired televisions and radios for a living. They had attended electronics courses. They understood circuits, and they believed those circuits could open a line to something beyond. They built a device together once. It exploded in a backyard. They built another and tested it on a beach. They claimed to have witnessed an explosion in the sky. On August 17, 1966, they packed suits, raincoats, towels, and a bottle of water. They removed their watches. They followed instructions written in advance. They climbed a hill overlooking the city. They placed lead masks over their eyes, and they waited for the signal. The signal never came, or it did, and it killed them. And whatever it was left no mark. The organs are gone. The coroner who refused to sign is dead. The man who confessed was never charged. The 1962 file on Hermes with the same mask is closed. And somewhere on Vintem Hill, on the exact spot where two men laid down and waited for something to arrive, nothing grows. No vegetation, no explanation. Just a patch of bare earth and a case that was never meant to be solved.